I'm Charles McCain. The book I'm going to review now is called Execute Against Japan, the U.S. Decision to Conduct Unrestricted Submarine Warfare by Joel Ira Holwood. I have an email acquaintance with Joel. I give this book 5 stars. First and foremost, it's the only book like it. It's a scholarly book. Joel is not only a graduate of the U.S. Naval Academy and a lieutenant on active duty in the U.S. Submarine Force, but also has a PhD in history. He is a brilliant young man, and this was his, he had this book published when he was 26 years old. So it says something about, his brilliance and his research. He makes 2 points in here. Really makes 1 point in here that is really shocking, and he proves it quite well. Is that the order to execute against Japan, which was the actual order that was sent to U.S. submarines, was for unrestricted submarine warfare, and actually in violation of treaties the United States had signed. And it immediately went out. We'll just sink every Japanese ship you see. And what he points out is that this was actually done without approval or even much consideration by the civilian authorities, the Secretary of the Navy, President Roosevelt, anyone like that. The Navy just kind of went off on its own and did this. And it's kind of disturbing to think about it. And he makes a very, very fascinating point about that. He makes a number of points in here. I read things in this book that I hadn't read about anywhere else. And of course, I always like that in a book, because you rarely come across things that if you spent 30 years reading about World War II, you usually don't come across things that are like, wow, I've never even heard of that before, and you do in this book. So I give this 5 stars. Execute Against Japan, quite worth reading, and beautifully written. It's not written in an academic style, and Joel is a very good writer.